we're gonna walk over here, see what's over here on the edge. We always go to the edge of the cemeteries. Sometimes we find things, and I think we found something right here. Man, look how bad these are falling over. It's a tree line. Wow, this is pretty cool right here. Man, it's thick up in there. Do I see something up in there?
Right there.
Right there, look. Well, I'll be dang. There it is. There's two of them. There's one right here too. Look how it's grown up. And this is a well-maintained cemetery, as y'all can see.
Maybe they didn't like these
Maybe
people.
we'll cut this back. No, don't say that. I hope there's no plants with 3 leaves around here.
Well, guess what?
I see them right over there. There they are right there. 3 leaves on that cedar tree. I'm gonna walk around the other side. Oh, this is the other side of that clump of grass. You can see where some of them have fallen over. Like I said, this is all grown up. Now, I don't know the story behind this cemetery. Maybe they're in the process of cleaning it up. I don't know. The benefit of the doubt is that we're gonna let them do what they're gonna do. We're just gonna walk around and take a look. Here's one right here that's been knocked over. You can see that one. It's broken. It's been knocked over. And that's how thick it is. Now look at that big tree over there. Yeah. Wow, that's a lizard. Yeah, I think someone's been in here with a backhoe or something, doing some excavating. Let's see what this one is over in the far corner. We can get a read on it. John A. Cox, Company D, 29th Regiment Georgia Cavalry, CSA, 1845 to 1918. And here's another stone, John A. Cox, 29th Regiment. So he has 2 stones for some reason. Because this is a more accurate one. It gives his date, his birthday. He was born June 25th and died December the 35th. December 1918. Anyway, December 31st, 1918. So for some reason, I guess they originally ordered him a stone, this one, maybe many years ago, and they didn't know his date. Someone probably doing genealogy found out his actual birth date, so another marker was delivered, and that's why it's just lying here. It's laying on the ground here, and it's not been put in place of that or replaced that one. That could explain that. And this is the Cox family burial plot in Lebanon Cemetery, just outside of Plains, Georgia. Look how big that stone is. 1, 2, 3 feet and a few inches. That's how tall that thing is. So sometimes when you find them, we find them in the ground. They'll be sometimes buried this deep. But that is a big stone. And that's a big one too. So we're cutting away here and we found part of the slab. This is the border of the plot area. So we're cutting down into it, trying to get up in there is what we're trying to do. And there's the markers right there. One thing, I'm glad there's no poison ivy in here. Hey, why is there only 3 leaves on that plant? Interesting point. Maybe I should back out of here. Wait a minute, I can't. Contract says I have to keep going. All right, yeah, we'll just cut it and drop it right here is what we'll do. We don't have time to clean it up too much. We got a lot of growth here. Like I said, I'm glad there's no poison ivy in here. 3 leaves. Jennings. Mrs. Ella Dorn Jennings, born June 24th, 1850, died September 15th, 1890. Now, where did we know some Jennings? We saw some Jennings before. Was that Botsford?
The Lutheran.
The Lutheran Cemetery had some Jennings. And the Lutheran Cemetery is I'm going to say it is in that direction. What do you say, 3.5 miles? 3 miles.
Maybe 4.
3.5 miles in that direction, the way the crow flies. So that tells you about where we are in Sumter County. Right outside of Plains, Georgia. We actually came here looking for President Carter's mom and daddy's burial, and we found it. And while we were here, we discovered this grown up here behind all this thick stuff, and we just figured we'd go ahead and cut it out. Get a little sunlight in here for it. Okay. G.O.W. Jennings, George W. Jennings, December 28th, 1842, January the 13th, 1913. Jennings. Thy will be done. And look at the little rose right there in the open Bible. And even back here in the woods, growing up, you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see where the stone has been hit and knocked off of the, they've been jarred back about a 1/2 inch right there. Probably from that tree right there. There it is. The tree limb fell and hit it. That limb right there. And here's the edge of the family plot, we're assuming. Or where 2 of them are buried. There's a footstone. So yeah, that's it. This is just a little family corner post right there. Corner post right there. That could be. Let's see if we can get around there with the camera. So George W. Jennings enlisted in Company E in April 1861 and transferred to Company M of the 75th South Carolina Infantry. So I don't know when he came to Sumter County, but he was in the military service of the CSA. There's no marker for him here. I don't know if because they haven't, well, unless it's covered up, or they haven't found him yet, or I don't know. But we just dug it out of this, you see how thick it is. We just dug it out here. And this is his first wife. He married a second time, and I'm looking for her burial. It could be right over here somewhere under these leaves, or in another part of the cemetery. Wait a minute, there's a marker right there. There's a broken marker right there. Let's go check that one out. So George W. Jennings had a child, I think named Maud Aaron Jennings Murray, and Ella was the mother of that child. You remember the Murray family that was related to Rosalind Carter? Rosalind Carter's mother's side of the family. Rosalind Carter's mother was a Murray. Their daughter married Drew Parker Murray. If you go back to that video we did at the Murray Family Cemetery, which is around that Carter timberland.
Queen Anne Elizabeth or whatever.
Yeah, well, Drew Parker Murray was their son-in-law. He's buried in the cemetery also somewhere. I haven't found him yet. So that sort of ties this family together. And here they are, grown up in these weeds and brush and these limbs and stuff all over it, and right out in this well-maintained cemetery right here. We just cut a path right in here. Let's get a big wide scan back here to show y'all. So we just cut this back and cut it out right here. Now, he has a second wife who is buried somewhere. We're looking for that right now. We might have found it over here. We're gonna pan around and look. All right, if you'll hold that back there, I better put on some gloves because there's poison ivy there. And I thought I had a poison ivy clause in my contract.
You didn't take the shots beforehand, man. You were you were supposed to get immunity.
What was that?
Supposed to.
I heard something crawling around the leaves down. I think that was a snake.
Yeah, probably.
I know there's a snake clause in my contract. Okay, we're gonna try. This is this been, what has it been, 15, 20 years? This is growth on here. So let's see if I can, I'm gonna try and get it up. I don't know how heavy it is. I'm gonna try and get it up where I can, oh man, watch there be a snake underneath here. Whoop! There's a hole for a snake, look.
Really?
Okay, I'm going up with it. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh, man. Watch out for snakes. I'm gonna lay it down because I don't want to drop it and break it. And then we're gonna,
oh, it looks good.
Moore, A.Y. Moore, wife of W.J. Moore, born May 28, 1815. Died November 7th, I think that's 87. Wow, now there's something on the back. Oh, look at the dove.
It's pretty.
Is that dove carrying the
Olive branch.
yeah. Let's look on the back. There's
But
something
there's
on,
an epitaph
there is on the back. We're going to try and read it.
But I think it's only on the bottom of the stone.
I don't know if we can read it. Can you read it? I may have to get on that side and look because I'm upside down now. And I get
She
dizzy.
died as she lived in, I can't tell.
Here, let me.
You took my glasses, didn't you?
Yep. Let me see.
All right.
We're just gonna.
Well, there's a shot. They should be able
Yeah,
to
we'll
read it.
figure it out here. We'll figure it out in just a second. Hey, there's some more of them plants with the 3 leaves on it.
Yeah, I think I lost my saw now.
Okay, I got you saw here. Let's read this here. She died as she lived, trusting in God.
Okay.
And you see how close we are to where they mow the grass?
Yeah.
That's a yard and a half.
Okay.
So we're gonna cut some of this back here and try and get a little sunlight
Let me get this.
to it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut this lens back and get a little sunlight to this here. Cut some of these back.
It's amazing that they. You feel like they had to have known that these were here.
Well, a lot of times these small communities don't maintain them. They have private groups. Being that this is Jimmy Carter's family cemetery also, maybe now there's some effort to keep it clean. We don't know. We're just gonna try and cut it back best we can.
See, the more the family right next to us out there is all more tombstones.
Like I said, a lot can happen. I don't think a pandemic caused this. I think it's actually been about 10 or 15 years growth, but I could be wrong. Here in the South, where things grow,
Pretty quick.
yeah, they do.
We have too much rainfall.
Yeah. Tough here. You know what I need? A chainsaw. Wait a minute. I think I've got one. It's at the bird farm. Robert's been using it. Matter of fact, he's using it today. Supposed to be working. Okay. We got some sunlight in here now, don't we?
Here, let's drop this one.
Okay. Hey, you back up.
Here's the saw.
Oh, right there.
You're gonna break the loppers. Use the saw, please. Use the saw, please. No, we're not turning it off. We're not editing here. No, no.
You got the camera facing over there. See?
Okay.
Okay.
Use the saw.
Why do we leave this? For me to trip on?
Because if I go any further down, there's
Poison ivy.
poison ivy, and then I can't. I'm not gonna kneel
Well,
down.
look who wore short pants today.
I'm not gonna. You got any
Look who wore
bites?
shorts today.
Oh well.
Talk about poison ivy on my legs. I know it's going to be on there.
I mean, now that you're halfway through, if you want to use the loppers, you could, but that's too thick to use loppers for. I hope their cemetery guy doesn't get bent out of shape
I don't think
because we left debris.
What did that
We left debris.
conservationist? What did that conversation conference?
Bad that one is.
What's the word for it? What's the guy that fixes the cemeteries again? Conservationist. No, the conservationist told me that the yard guys are the worst
In the world.
worst on a cemetery. The worst. So let's drag all this out of the way. You think I should lay the stone back where it was? Or? I'm thinking I'm going to set it up like that. Because we're going to have to come back here. So if we just stopped by, originally we came here just to look for one grave, and we found it. And as we were walking around, we discovered this growth up here, and we had some more of them plants with the 3 leaves on it. I have a question. A-Y more. What was the A and the Y? What did it stand for? Okay, there we go. We shine a little light on you, A-Y. May you rest in peace. Well, one good thing about today, we cleaned up one grave. Or I don't know if we cleaned it up. We put a little light on 3 of them. And learned something too. And tied this cemetery and these people here in with the ones in Marion County that we went to visit here a while back. So that's an interesting little tie-in right there, how the families tied together. And also tied it in with Rosalind Carter's mama's side of the family and the Murray family. So it just shows you in this area, which is Sumter County now, 3.5 miles that way, 2 miles that way, and the one in Marion County is a little bit further. It's about 15 miles in that direction. All tied together. Families all tied together in the late part of the 1800s and the early part of the 1900s. Pretty neat, isn't it?